YouTube clients have generated millions of views and also collected multi-six figures in cash collected during the process, which is obviously what we optimize for, because views don't always equate to revenue. And after dissecting each thumbnail to its core, I found that the difference between a 2% CTR and a 10% CTR come down to 6 universal principles. So in this video, I'm breaking down the exact thumbnail framework I use to get an average of a 5% CTR on every single client video, and how you can implement this for yourself moving forward. So to be clear, there's 6 different optimizations you need to make with any thumbnail before you post it to ensure you're getting the highest CTR possible. So first off, we've got platform optimization. So I keep on seeing people post videos on YouTube where it's not optimized for a platform. So if you look at the platform here, you have on YouTube the UI, you have this timestamp thing here. Well, the issue with that is most people don't optimize their text. So if you look at this, I can't even read what that says, okay? This won't always be the case if you're watching on your laptop or desktop. You can normally see it. But again, a majority of your viewers will come from mobile. And if you can't read it, obviously me zoomed in, super zoomed in, use AI to get rich, I can see what that says. But for anyone just scrolling past and maybe just trying to watch a video, they're not going to see that. They're not going to read it and they're not going to click onto it because they have no idea what the video is about. That's missing the biggest piece of context. Like strangers ask us business questions. Title gets cut off and then you can't see the text. So it's crucial when you're posting and creating a thumbnail, make sure everything is in the place. Like imagine you had a really important piece of text there, which people couldn't read, which the main video was about. Are people going to still click on the video? Probably not, or at least a significant amount less. Now we've got that one out of the way, we've got coloring on contrast, okay? So if you look at the YouTube homepage, you're competing with people like Mr. Beast, okay? Again, even for a business offer, not all of your views are going to come through YouTube search. A lot of them will just come through YouTube homepage. If you look at the colors here, everything is high contrast. Whereas something that doesn't get traffic, it's just going to be, hidden from these videos, okay? What you need to do is make sure every thumbnail, your colors are contrasting. What I mean by that, let's say this whole thing was yellow, the board was yellow and the background was yellow. That wouldn't pop at all. Like there was no contrast. You would not notice the thumbnail at all. So what you need to do every time you make a thumbnail is you need to have opposite colors. So you see the yellow there and then you see the blue. All you need to do, search up the color wheel, boom. And you need to pick the opposite color. If you're going to wear a green t-shirt, the background needs to be red. If you're going to wear a black t-shirt, background needs to be white, for example. Okay? Look at this thumbnail here as well. These channels both print. He's got blue and then he's got red, green here, and then obviously yellow being for a text, which again, all are on the wheel and they pop, okay? It needs to be colors that contrast each other. And then he's got the black there, which pops against the background. If he has a green t-shirt or a red t-shirt, which blended in with the house, there's no contrast there. So make sure every single thumbnail has contrasting colors. Now, quick pause. If you're watching this and you're like, great, these thumbnails look killer. I wish I could make thumbnails like this, but you don't have a designer or you don't know how to do these yourself. And you want someone like my team to handle the entire process for you. Not only just thumbnails, editing, scripting, strategy, everything so you can actually start booking 5 to 30 calls per month with YouTube. All you need to do, go to the first link in the description, book in a call, and we'll have a chat. I'll show you how we've helped people like Cameron scale his offer to 300K, Mike, who's closed multiple clients, Harry, who's generated over 50K, and even myself, I've scaled my agency using YouTube. So with that said, booking a call, let's get back to the video. Moving on to number 3 is shock factor. Now, you don't want to be clickbaity. Like, again, we're not here to attract a broke audience, but what you need to do is show a result and show something to make people question. We are going to have a curiosity gap in this person's brain to make them click on this video. If you look at this video, starting an AI agency from $0 live, okay? And in total revenue, boom. Someone started an agency from zero, and how the fuck did they make 12K in, a few days, okay? That's already opening a curiosity gap. What niche did he use? How did he start it? How can I do this myself, okay? Then you look at this thumbnail, big podcast channel. I sold 20% of Represent for X amounts, okay? Represent is a big fitness brand, correct me if I'm wrong, but everyone knows it, okay? And they want to figure out, okay, this guy's a billionaire. How much did he sell the company for? So you want to open curiosity gaps by using kind of like a shock factor. It doesn't need to be something shocking, something crazy like, oh, this massive news happened, Trump said this, blah, blah, blah. Just needs to be something that opens a curiosity gap and makes a person think, holy shit, how did he do that? How can I get that result? Or how can I learn how to do that too? Then we've got promising a result, okay? Especially if you're selling a B2B offer or a B2C offer to someone who wants to generate a result, book more sales calls, stuff like that. Your thumbnail should always promise an end result. Like if you look at this, I tested every strategy, 3-minute Looms 1, okay? Boom, he booked 5,000 sales calls from Loom. You're promising a result by them watching a video. If they watch a video, they're gonna learn the exact strategy they can use to book 5 to 6K calls, okay? When you've got this guy, how to edit like, boom. This is a well-known guy in the editing space. And you've got the text here, just saying, in this video, you're basically gonna learn how to edit like him. So, you know, if I click on this video, by the end of it, I'm going to know exactly what I'm going to get. I'm gonna book 6K calls, and I'm gonna learn how to edit like this guy. So you always need to promise a result in the thumbnail. Moving on to the last one, a piece of information which I wish I knew when I first started is that majority of YouTube users, being on mobile, use the dark mode. Now, the problem with that is the dark mode is dark. If your thumbnail is super dark, it's just gonna blend in with the dark mode. It's not gonna capture anyone's attention, especially when you're competing with, you know, thumbnails like this, okay? It's not capturing anyone's attention if you've got a super dark thumbnail. So you need to make sure, majority, again, dark can work sometimes if it's a super spooky video or something super serious, that can work. Okay, you don't want to have sprinkles, loads of sunshine on a video that's super dark and something serious. But the majority of the time, if you're doing educational videos where you're promising a result, helping people go through a step-by-step process, you need to have a bright background. It needs to stand out compared to the YouTube homepage, whereas something like this barely gets any views because, you know, it's too dark. People aren't seeing it. It's not coming up and it's not grabbing their attention when it's blending in with the background. And then on top of this, you need to be able to A/B split test. Like, you can't just launch one thumbnail type and just hope it performs. You need to have multiple variants, and then based on the data, you can optimize from there. If you see this thumbnail works, this thumbnail didn't work, or maybe a shock factor thumbnail worked really well, the other ones didn't work, then you know exactly what you need to do for the next video and how you can optimize further for your existing video to squeeze the views and traffic and leads out of it. All right, so now that you know what makes or breaks a thumbnail on YouTube, and obviously if you're watching this, you're likely to be a business owner and you don't want to spend your time doing thumbnails, designing stuff, and you'd rather just pay someone to do it, which is why I want to give you the opportunity to implement our funnel into your business. If you go to the first link in the description, you can book in a call with me and my team, and we'll basically run you through what it would look like to work together. We'll come up with a strategy, the scripting, the editing. We'll basically handle the entire content creation process, so that all you literally need to do, sharp once a week or once a month, depending on how much time you want to invest. And all you need to do is just film the videos we tell you to film. We'll handle everything after that, and then you'll be booking anywhere from 5 to 30 calls per month. We've helped Cameron scale from 100K to 300K a month. Harry generated over 50K in 90 days from YouTube. Mike closed multiple clients, which generated over 30K for his agency just from the first few videos, and many other people we've worked with. If you want to work with us, first link in the description, and you have a chat with me or my team. With that said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.